My name is Chris, and welcome to the Camper Dan Files. Alright guys, so it's the following morning. Got the truck all loaded up with tools. We're gonna go ahead and make our way to the junkyard and see if we can't score on those CV axles. Had to turn around and come back for this thing. You guys know what this is? This is a set of pliers to remove the cert clip. Doesn't matter if I'm able to get everything else apart. I don't have that tool, I'm screwed. Now, there are Nissan vehicles here. There's a Sentra, there's an Ultima, there's an Infinity, there's even a Frontier. However, I'm here early enough to where there's no R50 competitors yet. So hopefully I have first dibs on these axles. All right, we got first dibs. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get to work on this axle, and then we'll get the passenger side, and we have a few other tidbits we need to get, like a windshield washer reservoir, because I did sell one last evening after getting home. So I have some developments. I took the cap off the end of the axle here, and to my amazement and disbelief, there's no cert clip here. And it's the same on the passenger side. So whoever changed these, again, these are relatively new, they're not OEM, they didn't put their cert clips back in. So I'm hoping that the splines on these aren't damaged, but we'll know more once we start getting things apart, I guess. We got my 3/8 breaker bar, 3/8 extension, swivel socket, and a 12mm chrome socket here. And that seems to be working. And then of course, once you get things loosened, you can just use your 3/8 ratchet to work things out the rest of the way. But that's gonna be the way, guys. 3/8 tools here for the win. There's so little room in here. So there's our first fastener coming loose. We're gonna go ahead and work our way around here. All right, guys, so we've made a little bit of progress. We've gotten 2 of the fasteners out. We're gonna remove our screwdriver here from our caliper, and we'll rotate and we'll get after the next set. So we are now down to our last fastener, guys. We're just keeping that in place so that the CV doesn't fall here. We don't want it getting damaged. But then we are gonna use our impact to take these nuts off of the ball joint here where it connects to the control arm. And we're definitely going to use our impact. So now that we got those fasteners removed, we're going to go ahead and push up on the control arm and pivot the ball joint away from the end of it here, so we can have the lower control arm swing downward so we can remove our axle. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. You just want the ball joint to pivot away from the bottom of the control arm, and then you can push it downward, and that will give you some room to get the CV axle out of there. Once you have things pulled apart, if you notice, the axle is already moving out just from pulling on the hub and the caliper, pulling it like this away from the side of the R50. So what we're gonna do now is take that last fastener out, and we're gonna fish the back side of our CV axle out this way. Now I know you guys are probably saying to yourself, like, why is he not filming himself doing this so we can see what it actually looks like to take it off? I do apologize. I didn't want to make it overly obvious that I'm recording, although the junkyard staff, they see me record all the time. But I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable by bringing the tripod in here, so on and so forth. So you guys will see the full extraction and reinstallation when the time comes for for me to actually do this repair on my R50. So don't fret. So here's CV number 1, guys. I am stoked. Like I said, this thing is brand new. The end of the shaft here is not damaged, which is amazing because they put it in there without a cert clip. So I would imagine it was moving in and out a little bit, but no worries. It's in great shape, and we are going to get it with a warranty just in case. So let me scoot my setup and my tools to the other side so we can get that other axle. All right. So we're not going to beat up on the previous owner of this rig too much. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt that they did do things correctly. And I think I now see why this truck is here. Look at this passenger side front door. It's crunched. The rest of the truck is immaculate though. And this one had 247,000 miles on it, according to the writing here on the windshield. But the reason why I said we're not gonna beat up on the previous owner too much, look at what I see here. Here's a cert clip. I don't need it, but I'm gonna grab it because this one is in better shape than the ones that's on my R50 now. So we'll go ahead and grab it. We can always utilize it later. So there we have it, guys. Both driver and passenger side CV axles. Like I said, they're practically brand new. So this was definitely a win. So the next thing on the agenda is gonna be a windshield washer reservoir. We need a standard one for the R50. I do have to get a passenger side headlamp molding for a YouTuber. He needs this, and this is his paint code. Let me see if I can get it in view for you guys. Come on, focus. It's gonna be KYOG right there. That's his paint code. I had him verify this last night to make sure I'm not wasting my time and trying to grab the wrong unit. He was just looking for this one, but I guess if it's not too much extra work, I might just go ahead and pull both of them, because this particular paint code doesn't show up very often in the yard. Like I said, we're gonna need a windshield washer reservoir. I think since I'm gonna be working on this one, and this one does look really, really good, I'll just go ahead and pull it from here. I'm gonna go ahead and work on that first, and then we'll get the headlamp molding here. Now this passenger side front wheel is in our way here. So since we have our impact, we're just gonna go ahead and buzz these off. Might as well. I just told you guys that I'm gonna work on the reservoir first. I already have all the fasteners on the hair loose. The next thing we gotta do is get that one lonely fastener down there for the filler neck. You know where that fastener is. It's a 10. But we also went ahead and removed the side marker here, or turn signal. And we have a 10 here. And then this should then slide out this way. Wish me luck. One down, one more to go. So just in case you were wondering how to get this out, here's my prying tool. Well, one of them. I'll give you an illustration here on the driver's side. So once you get that 10 removed here, after you remove the turn signal, again, it has to go out this way. And the reason why is because you have these two guys on the bottom side of the headlamp here. There's no way you're going to get your hand in there to squeeze those tangs or anything like that. It's just easier to slide. So what I did was take my prying tool and gently pushed from here outward, in this case towards the passenger side of the truck. For the driver's side, same, towards the driver's side, once you get those two fasteners removed. And you do that and you take your time, you can get it out without breaking it. Trust me. And you know what? Since this color code is so hard to come by, I'm probably going to do the same thing for myself. Again, I'm experienced with taking these off. I've done it twice now, but nothing wrong with having some spare parts, just in case. Just in case this was your first rodeo and you didn't quite know where the side markers fastener lives, it's going to be right here. So it's either a 10 or you can use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove it. The choice is yours. Also, something to note, there's going to be this little tang here. It's going to be basically flush with the back side of this. You want to pull the plastic trim piece away from it before you start pushing. Otherwise, you could inadvertently break it right there. All right, guys, so that's going to conclude today's junkyard visit. I'm pretty sure that there's more stuff here that I want and need, like these chrome wheel center caps that I told you guys about yesterday. I think I would have pushed harder to get these if all 4 of them were here. Sadly, I'm only seeing 3. I can still count on one hand how many times I've seen these show up in the junkyard. I still have my OEM wheels like this, but it wouldn't hurt to have a full set of chrome wheel center caps, or I can always sell them, you know. But yeah, we got our headlamp trim pieces. This one for our fellow R50 YouTuber, and this one for myself. I'm still scheming on this grill, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not a need though, it would be more of a want. This thing is exceptionally clean, but I kind of like the fact that Camperdan is old and weathered and perfectly broken. Like I said, I probably won't even bother. This truck was relatively rust free too, from what I can see. It doesn't have the usual rust spots like back here above the wheel arch. That's still in perfect shape. You guys that have been following along for a while, you know that mine is rusty all along here on the passenger side. This would have been a good fender, but it's dinged right here, so that wouldn't be a good candidate. My R50, when I acquired it, it did have a rust hole right here that was forming, and over time and off-roading and bouncing and juddering, it started to open up, which is why I ended up replacing my passenger side front fender. But yeah, this thing has no rust on it, like none whatsoever. Like, look on the undercarriage. I mean, nothing. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Vidi Vidi Vinci again. We came, we saw, we conquered, and I couldn't be happier. So let's go ahead and get out of here. So we got everything packed up in the rig, guys, and it's a good thing we made it to the junkyard when we did, because look at how many more people are here now. Another thing I was just admiring here, this Mazda. My granddaddy used to have one. He had a blue one. That's back when Mazda was still making quality stuff. Just stopping by my local storage to pick up that windshield washer reservoir that we sold. We just picked up a replenishment today, so we're stopping by here to grab the one that we sold so we can get it shipped. Gonna be making entry through the rear entrance here today because there's a bunch of vehicles blocking my path, including a whole semi. So yeah, we're gonna go in this way today. I don't particularly like this elevator right here because it's been known to have issues with closing the door every now and again, but fingers crossed, hopefully it cooperates today. and it's super slow. Let's see if it closes without issue. Wow, it actually did. Alright, so we're just gonna go down this hallway and to our right here to get to our storage unit. Lights would be nice. Get things open here. And the reservoir we seek should be this one right here, the one on the top. I usually try and keep 2 of these in stock, one for either vehicle, one for the R50 Pathfinder and one for the R50 QX4. So we're here for the Pathfinder version. The only difference between the two is that the Infiniti QX4 variant has a low fluid sensor in the bottom of it. So we now have our windshield washer reservoir. We're gonna go ahead and close this thing up and head home so we can get the reservoir packaged up and shipped. So now we're leaving storage. We're gonna take this reservoir home. We're gonna get it tested. Even though I tested the pumps already, I like retesting things before I ship them. The windshield washer reservoir that we just picked up today, I'll go ahead and get that one tested also. So right now I'm doing something that you guys usually don't see me do. And what I'm doing is crawling through the Toyota stuff. Here's what's left of a 1998 Toyota 4Runner. Let's just say that you can go ahead and stick your fork in this one because it's done. And it's nice and crispy. Wow. Some really nice off-roading tires here, 16s, Goodyears. They came off of something. Ooh, and they got their wheel center caps, so you know what I'm gonna do, right? I'm assuming that these were on a 4Runner or some kind of Toyota pickup truck that I just haven't come across yet. But all 4 of them are here. Here's one, there's the other one, and the other 2 are right over here. So I'm just gonna grab those. Tools. So turns out that my initial hunch and assumptions were correct. These wheels were on this burnt out 4Runner. Yeah, you tell by the burn marks there on the tire. Yeah, I mean, if you need some off-roading wheels, these are 16s. They're still in excellent shape. Although this one would need a new tire. But the other 3, you can run them as is for a little while until you could come up with the necessary funds to replace them. But yeah, full set of Toyota wheel center caps. Nice. Man, I'm glad I looked. We'll continue looking. It's a 4Runner over here. Ooh, this one got some steel wheels, 15s. Oh, it's just a 2-wheel peel. It looks like it has all 4 of its wheels still. Yeah, if you're in the market for some steel wheels for your rig, this wouldn't be a bad idea. All right, and I think that's gonna be it. I guess since we're this close, we can go look at the R50s and see what goodies might still be there. But I was just here last weekend, and I believe any and all good R50 parts that one would need, whether I needed it from my rig or just to sell, I think I got them already. But I'm just gonna take a secondary look and look at the back stock, and then I'll get out of here. So this is a Infiniti QX4, 1997 to be exact. We have picked off of this one already. In fact, we were just here last week. I don't believe its wheel center caps were here, but 1 out of 2 of its headlamps were still in good shape. The driver's side one. So we went ahead and grabbed it. Do have a colleague on Emporia that was looking for one of these, specifically one that doesn't have a bunch of haze on the inside, and this one doesn't. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this for him, and we'll let him know once we get home, see if he's still in the market for it. If not, we could just go ahead and sell it on eBay. In this case, I'm really glad that we came and looked. I have one more R50 to look at, and then I'm gonna go check the back stock, and then we're gonna get out of here. All right, guys, so here's today's junkyard haul. I don't even want to tell you guys what I spent on this stuff. Good news is, though, once I sell this headlamp, I'll pretty much break even, plus a few dollars. And then we got 8 wheel center caps, 4 of which I think I would do really good on, those Toyota ones. And then we have our 3rd brake lights, 1 of which is getting shipped immediately. Yeah, so all in all, not too bad. I just wish I didn't have to spend as much. Just making a quick stop here at my local storage unit again. I feel like I've been here every other day this week so far. I just sold some wheel center caps, and no, they weren't Nissan either. So we're now in my storage. Like I said, it's not Nissan related stuff that I just sold. Just make sure I'm getting that once. Hold on. It was these guys right here. Sold these for. And these are just singular units that I have. So these will go back into the box, along with our Infinity QX4 wheel center caps. And I'm so glad I came across these, because these Infinity QX4 ones, they're going for a decent amount of money. Thanks again for stopping by the Camping and Files. My name is Chris. We're going to go ahead and end today's video right here. If you've enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a like. And while you're at it, don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, keep using your Pathfinder as a Pathfinder, on or off the pavement.